ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you here to the fourth race of Season 2 of the MSFC here at the Detroit Derby, home of the Motown Madness. The Motown Madness currently sit in second in the standings, just 2 points back of the Pantheon. Will they be able to take the championship lead after today? We'll have to find out. But for the first time this season, I will hand the mic over to our guest commentator today.
Well, let's get started with Darts of Motown Madness to kick things off. As you know, Darts in their first race started off strong with a silver, and now they're back here at home. Let's see what they do for the first sector. As you can see, the track looks very different compared to last time, 14.38. We'll see how that does compared to other times, but for now they get through the zigzags to show off their accuracy and bumps. The second sector, 26.68. Now for Sector 3, looking at moderate speed throughout the loop. And this one's looking to be like a 40-second time for Darts. It's not. 39.86. We'll see if any other marble can beat that. Now I have Bedlam of Klaus. Bedlam, champion of the first season of the franchise circuit. We'll see how they do here. Looking a bit fast throughout the first sector. Looking to be faster than Darts. And they are. 1.49. A great start for Bedlam. Let's see how they handle this sector. Not known for their bumps, but more so for their elusiveness is Bedlam. The second sector, 1.16. Green throughout the second sector. Looking a bit slow throughout Sector 3. But at the pace they're going, they should be able to beat Darts, and they do by over 1.8 seconds, 38.03. That will be the new time to beat. Then comes of the Moon Melodies, Defiant. I thought that was Chipper for a second, but never mind. Defiant, looking to a very similar fast start as Bedlam. Smoothing things out to the turn. First sector is looking pretty good. Ooh, plus 1.94. Never mind me. But they're moving at a pretty moderate speed. It's a pretty lengthy track compared to the Season 1 version where it was very quick. 4.45, a very disastrous second sector for Defiant. And by the looks of it, they will finish well over 40 seconds compared to Darts and Bedlam. 41.95. A great third sector, at least, to make up for it. Now comes up for the Camo Hiders. Holding out for a hero is what they're doing. Let's see how they get going. Great speed. You know the vibes. It depends on how they handle the rest of the sectors. The first sector can be rough or great. You usually have to handle sectors 2 and 3, 0.65 behind the leader. A good start for Hero. And with how they're moving, they're liking what they have. Moving at a respectable pace. The second sector, 1 second flat. And with how things are going, they might get second, although looking a bit slow through the loop. And if things are going for them, will they beat Dart? They do not. 40.06. Bedlam set a pretty good time. Now comes Nova of the Icy Hots, managed by, Nico. Alright. Nova looking to be the new face of this team, for now. And as for things going great for them, we'll just have to see for the rest of the season. 1.37 behind Bedlam. Oh, they're looking pretty fast through the second sector, showing off that great speed, getting through the curves. Let's see how they handle the third sector. After the second sector, they're 2.18 behind Bedlam. Still moving at a decent pace. Not moving the fastest throughout the loop. Oh, never mind. They're moving pretty fast. 1.16 behind Bedlam. Purple through the third sector. They show off great speed at the end of that track. Only in second for now. Then comes Tartarus, who finished in an individual podium for MSFC Season 1 and for the MSFL played a huge role in Iron Brotherhood finishing third overall. Let's see if they could pick up that pace for this season. 1.59 throughout the first sector. The second sector, you will notice all the marbles, they have like a similar speed throughout that second sector. And as I say that, Tarvis is losing a bit of momentum, 3.2 behind. And now comes the third sector. They just have to get a great boost of speed out of nowhere. It will not look like that. Instead, it will be a 40-second time for Tartarus. Blue throughout the third sector, 40.91. I don't know if that's the worst third sector or not. But at least it's at least something. Blink of the Starry Sky. The MVP of the league. Well, to most people at least. But besides that, let's see what they can do for this sector. First sector looking pretty strong. 1.27 behind Bedlam. Mind you, Bedlam, not Bedlam, Blink. They won the very first race of the season. The only marble to get ahead of Dart at the start of Shroudwater Bay. 1.45 through the second. That had a pretty good sector. We'll just have to see if they could continue it. And if the pace they're going, they will get ahead of Darts and maybe Nova. They do. 0.18 purple through the third sector. And they are in second throughout 7 marbles. And Darts is on the bubble. Next up, Black Rose. So it's not Chipper. My mistake. Besides that, let's see how they handle this. Black Rose, a formidable competitor in the MSFC. Well, the MSFL, they still have a ways to go. Out throughout the first sector, let's see what they can move. 0.94 throughout sector 1. Not bad for them. Now let's see what they can do in sector 2. Moving a bit slow. They look like they can gain momentum 2 seconds behind. Let's see what they handle with the third sector. Will they get ahead of Darts? They're moving pretty fast throughout that sector. 39.4, they do. Now Black Rose will be on the bubble and Dart is out of the running for pole. Showmaker of the Shadowhunters. Looking to bounce back after a rather middling performance in the first race. But let's see what they can do here. And some fans speculate that this layout of the course is much, much better than the previous layout. As that layout was rather quick and efficient. This one feels more like a true race. But we'll just have to see for then. 2.4 throughout the second. And how do they handle this third sector? This has been the backbreaker for some marbles, such as Black Rose, Nova, and even Blink. Shadowmaker, same thing. 39.7. Settle them for 5th. And excuse me, I said Shadowmaker when it's Showmaker. Whoops. Then comes Electra. Known for their blazing speed. Let's see what they can do here. A very hot start to the track. Let's see how they handle the rest of this first sector. Moving at a great pace. 0.25 behind Bedlam. Or no, ahead. A strong first sector for them indeed. Electra showing their elite speed. 1.15. They are moving very fast. And with how things are looking, they have a chance to get ahead of Bedlam's time. Around the final turn, 1.28 ahead of Bedlam, and now Electra is in the lead. And this would mean that Bedlam is also battling for pole. Great efforts there. Opal of Night Raid. They have the tangibles. They have the abilities to compete. It just depends on their endurance, which is arguably their only weakness of this season. The first sector shows up, 1.8 behind the leader. Second sector coming up, going at a rather decent speed. Let's see how they handle the third sector, which could probably be a bit of the downfall due to lack of endurance. 2.43. Let's see how they handle sector 3. coming out throughout the final turn. Oh, they're showing a pretty good momentum. Never mind that. 37.76. They're in second place. They will make the battle for pole. Great showing by Oppo for sure. And now last and probably least, who is it? Oh, it's Alpha of the Pantheon. Who would have thought? The great Alpha. Let's see what they can do to show themselves. First sector of the former MSFC champion. Well, defending champion, excuse me. 0.2. Ooh, pretty good time. Let's see how they handle this second sector. Making their way through the bumps. 0.48. And if they keep up in the third sector, they might even get ahead of Electra. We'll just have to see for then. Oh, they're slowing down a bit through the third sector. Will they make the battle for pole? No, they will not. 1.99 behind the leader. And Blink will make it through for pole battle. Pretty good showing for Alpha nonetheless. But what could have been. Now on to the battle for pole. Featuring Electra, Opal, Blink, and Bedlam. And we're off. All of these marbles showing their elite speed. Electra out to the early lead. Let's see if any of the marbles can catch up in this battle for first pole position. Well, not first pole position, but you get it. If how things are looking, Blink has a lot of catching up to do, as well as Bedlam. Opal chilling in second. Trying to make a move to get past. Never mind. They will not get past Electra as they get overtaken by Bedlam. And speaking of Bedlam, they might have a good battle for pole with Electra. They're making pretty good collisions, but they're just not overtaking. Electra playing great defense. One more lap to go for the battle for pole position. Blink, they have to make grounds if they want to get ahead of fourth. Throughout the turn, Electra holds on to the lead. Bedlam in a comfortable second place. Opal with great speed, while Blink, they're showing, well, the exact opposite of great speed. But let's see if anyone can catch up to Electra. And from the looks of it, that will not happen. But a battle for a second is looking pretty nice. Opal and Bedlam, ooh, a close attempt at an overtake, but Opal does not get it done. Bedlam holds on. And around the final turns, Electra will start Detroit Derby in first, with Bedlam beginning in second, Opal in third, and as you can see, there's Blink just jollying around at this point for fourth. Taking their sweet time, and there we go.